Hello, and welcome back, our beloved listeners. This is the 8-Minute English Podcast series on the Learn English Podcast channel. I'm your host, Nathan, and it's a pleasure to have you with us again. In our busy world, the idea of doing nothing can seem strange. We're often told to always be working or doing something. But is this really good for us? In this episode, we will look at the importance of rest and taking breaks. We will discuss why society makes us feel bad for resting, and why it's important to do nothing sometimes. Today, we will talk about, can I do nothing? Join me as we discuss this interesting topic and challenge the idea that we must always be busy. You might realize that doing nothing is not only okay, but also important for a healthy, balanced life. Also, we've prepared a special free PDF for this episode, full of useful tips and vocabulary to help you learn more. Make sure to check it out.
Sweetheart, you look exhausted. How about we take a little break and chat?
I guess a break wouldn't hurt. I've been pushing myself really hard lately with work and my side projects.
That's what I noticed. You need to remember the importance of rest. Our minds and bodies need downtime to recharge.
But I feel bad when I'm not working or doing something. There's always so much to do.
I understand, but not resting can make you feel worse. Your mind and body get too tired. Resting helps your brain relax and reset. Sometimes, doing nothing is good. Many people think we must always be working, but resting is very important too.
But Mom, I feel like there's so much pressure to always be busy and productive.
What do you mean, dear?
Well, it seems like society expects us to be working or doing something all the time. If we're not busy, we're seen as lazy or unproductive.
I understand how you feel, but that's not a healthy way to think.
But everyone around me is always so busy. It makes me feel like I should be too.
Sweetheart, it's important to remember that rest is not a waste of time. It's necessary for our health and happiness. Our culture often values being busy over taking care of ourselves, but resting is crucial.
How so?
When we don't rest, our bodies and minds become tired and stressed. We can't function at our best.
I guess that makes sense. I do feel more focused after a good night's sleep.
Exactly. Rest allows our bodies to recharge and our minds to process everything we've been doing.
So you're saying it's okay to take breaks and do nothing sometimes?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary for our well-being.
It's hard when everyone around me is always so busy.
I know, but you need to do what's best for you. Prioritize your health and happiness over societal pressures.
Thanks, Mom. I'll make an effort to rest more and not feel bad about it.
Now that we've talked about the importance of rest, let me share some ideas on how to truly embrace doing nothing.
Okay, I'm listening.
One simple way is to just sit quietly for a little while. No TV, no phone, no distractions. Just be still and focus on your breathing.
That sounds a bit boring.
I understand, but give it a try. Let your mind wander or think about nothing at all. It's calming for the body and brain.
All right, I can do that for a short time.
Another option is to spend some time outside in nature. Go for a slow walk and admire the trees, flowers, and sky.
I do enjoy being outdoors. It's peaceful.
Exactly. Or you can simply sit in your backyard or a park and soak in the fresh air and sounds of nature.
Those are great ideas for resting my mind.
Yes, no TV, no book, no phone. Just let your body and mind completely relax without any work.
I have to admit, that sounds heavenly.
We all need to give ourselves permission to simply be and do nothing sometimes. It's not lazy, it's self-care. You know, when we allow ourselves to do nothing, it's also important to be present in that moment.
What do you mean?
Instead of worrying about things you need to do later or thinking about the past, try to focus only on the here and now.
So, just clear my mind?
Exactly. Don't let your thoughts race ahead to the future or dwell on what already happened.
That's harder than it sounds.
But with practice, you can learn to be more mindful and present when resting.
How does that help?
When you are focused on the current moment without stress about other times, it allows true relaxation.
I see what you mean. No worrying about upcoming things or regrets.
Right. You let yourself simply be without any other demands. It's like pressing a reset button. Mindful rest and doing nothing is caring for yourself. You're recharging your mind and body fully.
I can understand why that's so important now. I'll try it.
Great. Even 5 minutes a day of focused, purposeful rest can help.
Now that we've heard some useful stories, let's talk about some key vocabulary related to our topic. First up, productive. It means achieving or producing a good result or output. She was productive at work today and finished all her tasks. Next is recharge. It means to regain energy or power. After a good night's sleep, I feel recharged and ready for the day. Embrace is another verb. It means to accept or welcome something willingly. She decided to embrace a healthier lifestyle by exercising regularly. Let's look at admire. It means to regard with respect or warm approval. I admire her hard work. Finally, regret. It means to feel sorry or disappointed about something. She regrets not studying harder for the exam. Let's delve into two important questions about our topic. The first question is, why do people feel bad when they're not being productive? People feel bad when they're not being productive because there is societal pressure to always be busy and working. They feel like if they're not constantly doing something, they will be seen as lazy or unproductive. The second question, what are some suggestions given to help embrace doing nothing? Some suggestions given are to sit quietly without distractions and focus on breathing. Spend time in nature by going for walks or sitting in a park and simply lounging without any plan or agenda. The key is to allow the mind and body to fully relax. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that taking time to do nothing is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's an act of self-care that allows us to recharge and function at our best. Be present in those moments, letting your mind and body truly relax without worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Even just a few minutes of purposeful rest each day can make a big difference. So give yourself permission to do nothing sometimes. You deserve it. Until next time, take care.